How's it going, guys? Steven here and welcome to another video. Now today I'm actually making another series on my channel which is going to be called Storytime. Basically Storytime is when I tell you a bunch of stories that's happened in my life and what's coming, obviously going to happen in the future that I'll be telling you guys. The only reason I came up with this is because there's a story that I wanted to tell you just now, and I may as well just like make a kind of series about it, like everything that happens in my life, like it's kind of interesting, not really interesting, just something I could tell you guys, and I've got one. So this gameplay, first of all, is not the best gameplay. It is kind of slow at the start, and then it paces up at the end, or kind of halfway through it. Stay tuned, you'll see how it goes. And that's why it's about 8 minutes long. Usually matches are like 5. But yeah, anyway, guys, what happened in today? Not really today, but this is the past 2 weeks. I know I'm too young, but I kind of like bought a e-cig. If you don't know what it is, it's like a fake cigarette with vapor in it, and basically that's kind of like to stop people smoking. So basically I bought an e-cig from a shop down where I live, where are my local shops, and the guy wasn't supposed to sell me them, but he told me to cover up the camera and he would let me buy one. Now this story I'm about to tell you is 100% real. There's no lying in it. It's 100% real, and if you don't believe me, I have to have proof. So today was the worst part about it, but I'm going to tell you from the start to the end. So basically, I bought a e-cig from one of my local shops called Barry's. Now he sells them for a £5. They're usually about 20 quid, but now we got them sold for £5, and there's also a shop you can buy liquid from. So I bought a e-cig, and I was smoking e-cig for a couple of about 2 weeks. Let's say about 2 weeks. It's not exactly 2 weeks, just estimating 2 weeks. And yesterday, Wednesday, I bought. I brought it into school. I usually do bring it into school because I never want to leave it home just in case my mum goes through my room and she finds it. But I usually keep it in my pocket when I go to school. So I was smoking it for about 2 weeks, and it's absolutely fine. Nothing's wrong. Absolutely fantastic. Got all these cool flavors: cola, fruit mix, bubblegum, cherry, candy floss, popcorn. Got all these cool flavors that all cost £2.50 each. Now, then it comes up to the Wednesday when I have it in my pocket and I have English in class, and one of the most bitchiest teachers had to look in my pocket. She didn't really look in my pocket. It was hanging out in my pocket, but the slightest. She must have one on her own, because I wouldn't think she would know what it is, because it looks so much different than a normal e-cig. It looks like a pen. So basically, she's seen it in my pocket, and she says to the teacher, "I'll be back in a minute." So she goes to the next door class, other English, and called Mr. McKinn, which is basically the head of English, and he gets him, and he says, "Can I talk to Stephen?" So I have to come out the class, and I'm confused. I'm like, "What's happening? What did I do?" And then he says, "Have you got your e-cig? Have you got your e-cig on you?" And I was like, "What? Have you got your e-cig on you?" I was confused. I was like, how do you not have got an e-cig? And then she's like, "Miss Kesson's told me, have you got your e-cig on you, in your pocket?" And I says, "No." And he says, "Don't lie to me, have you got it in your pocket?" I says, "No, I've not got my pocket, it's in my bag." So he says, "Go and get your bag." And he tells me all this stuff. You're too young to have an e-cig. You're only 14. You have to be 18 to buy one. I think you have to be over 16 to actually smoke one. And basically all this stuff about basically trying to say I'm not allowed any of these stuff. What you're doing with these stuff, you're terrible. You shouldn't be doing this. It's going to infect your learning, infect your college. And I was being an idiot smoking in it, and I shouldn't have been doing that. And then basically I had to go and get my bag, and it was in my pocket. The e-cig was in my pocket, so I took out my pocket and slid into my bag when I was getting my bag, so like, I wasn't lying. And then I walked out of class, and he says, "Give me your e-cig." So I take out the bag and I give him it, and it kind of looked like a drug deal, to be honest, but I give him the e-cig, and he's like, "I'm gonna have to take this down to the office." And I says, "Are you going to report it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to have to." And I says, "No, please don't report it, because then my mum would have found out." So he reports it, takes it down to the office, and says I can collect it at the end of the day. And he says, I said, "I'm allowed to collect it at the end." I repeated what he said, and says, "I'm allowed to collect it at the end of the day." And he says, "Yeah, just go to the office and say, 'Can I get my e-cig back?' Mr. McKinn sent it down for me at the end of the day." So yeah, it's all good. I go on this trip that day, to the Glasgow SECC. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like where they put like shows on. So we went there for that to see all about these jobs in colleges and army and the ambulance and McDonald's, all these about jobs and just stuff, and it was fucking boring. We were there for sitting there for a hundred what the hell, an hour and a half, and it was the most boring time of my life at school. I wish I just stayed off. So then what happened that day is I think it was when I got home, I thought my mum wouldn't. I thought they would have called my mum, and they didn't call my mum. They were absolutely fine. So when at the end of the day, I went to the office and says, "Can I get my e-cigarette back?" Mr. McKinnon dropped it off, and they were like, "Oh, you're the one who was smoking." I says, "No, I'm not. I wasn't smoking it. I was holding it from my pal." And he says, "Oh, well, the same thing." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's 100% different thing." So they were saying, "Well, you're not allowed to collect it. You have to have a parent or guardian with you to collect it." And I was like, "No, Mr. McKenna says I can go and collect it on my own. I don't need a parent or a guardian." And I was saying, "Nah, I'm allowed to collect it on my own." They said I'm not. So I wasn't allowed to collect it. I wasn't allowed to get my e-cig back. And then when I got home, everything was fine. My mum didn't find out, absolutely fine. And then the next day I was off because I was off sick. So this is today basically. I'm kind of off sick. I don't know if you can hear it by my throat. I was trying to make another video this morning, but I can't really make a video. It's kind of hard. I'm getting better, but I basically. My mum shouted me down just after school. It was just after school. My mum shouted me down and told me to sit across from her. So I sat across from her and I was saying, "What is it?" And she says, "I have to have a chat." And I says, "Okay, what is it?" And she says, "Well, how did you get one?" I was like, "How did I get what?" And he was like, you know what, your brother's got one. How did you get one?" And I went, I just came out with it. I got it from the shop down at Charlotte. I got that, done that, and just told her the full story. And she was like, "Why you got one? How you get one?" And then she was like kind of pissed off at me, but she wasn't showing that she was pissed off at me. She was just like, "Yeah, I'm so angry with you," but like she wasn't showing it, which was which was also a good thing. I didn't obviously want her to show me it because then I'd have fucking shit myself. But my mum's like one of those soft parents that they do look after me, but they're like not pure raging at you when you do something wrong. Even though like she does, I do stop. I'm not going to smoke them again. Obviously maybe when I'm older, but I'm not going to take any. I'm making out to be like a drug dealer, for fuck's sake. So basically that's kind of really the story for me smoking e-cig. I end up getting my school bag out and saying, "Well, I've got these liquids, I've got popcorn, fruit mix, cherry, bubblegum, cola. Here's all the candy floss and liquids for the e-cig." And I was like, "Yeah, sorry." And that's it, basically fine there. So that's me. That's the end of this gameplay and video. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, keep up to new videos, and also there will be some more story time episodes. There will be a series for it. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, keep up to new videos, and as always, guys, I'm Steve Fix. I'll see you again my next. See you guys my next video. Peace.